And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WVRC 104.7 FM's coverage of Roane County High School Lady Raiders softball action. We welcome you inside the complex here at Michael D. Chandler Field in Falling Rock, West Virginia for sectional tournament action featuring Roane County's Lady Raiders, the number 3 seed, facing off tonight against the home standing and number 1 seeded and defending state champion Huskies of Herbert Hoover High School. My name is Andrew Miller alongside Matt White. Katie Nutter is our camera person, and George Allen is our studio technician back at WVRC Control. Roane County getting to this game today based off of that very exciting 4-3 victory over Lewis County. The Minute Maids, the 2 seed, falling 4-3 to this Roane County team in last night's contest. A very exciting ball game. Great defense for the Lady Raiders, great offense as well, and that sends them to see this number 1 team. Very familiar location. This is where dreams go to die many times for many teams facing off against this Husky team. Roane County comes in 15-8 overall on the season, and the Huskies are a very stunning 16-3. They're only 3 losses to AAA teams this season. They're looking to defend their title. Roane County looking to pull off the miracle and knock off the defending state champions here this evening. You're going to see 2 very solid pitchers for Roane County. Obviously, Mahaley Nicholson, 15-8 on the season, 124 innings of work, 194 strikeouts, and her opponent, Grayson Buckner, the senior, 7-1, a 0.90 ERA as well. We're ready for the national anthem, and we'll stay with it. We'll talk a little bit after this. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for both teams. First off, for the home team, the Huskies of Herbert Hoover, leading off and playing center field, Sydney Shamblin. Batting second at third base, Caroline Woody. Batting third, the catcher is Sydney Bright. Designated hitter, the cleanup hitter, and the pitcher, Grayson Buckner. Batting fifth in left field, Abby Hansen. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Brooklyn Huffman. Batting seventh, right fielder, Kristen Worley. Batting eighth, the designated player, Hannah Shamblin. She'll hit in the order for the flex player, the second baseman, Emma Veltri. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Huskies, Josie Fix batting ninth, and she will be at first base. Traditional lineup with one minor change for Roane County. Piper Harlan, the right fielder, gets the leadoff position. Batting second, center fielder Carly Greathouse. Batting third, the shortstop Cadence Steele. Batting cleanup at first, Lacey Mitchell. Fifth batter will be the catcher Katie Young. Mahaley Nicholson, the pitcher, batting sixth. Michaela Boatwright batting seventh over at third. And this is the change. Batting eighth, designated player Lexi Burdette, coming off that 1-for-1 afternoon last night. She'll hit in the order for the flex player, the second baseman Callie Williams. Batting ninth will be the left fielder, Fair Smelko. Matt White, I bring you in here, and obviously this is a tall mountain to climb, as it always is every single year. We've seen Roane County in the past 3 or 4 years actually battle the Huskies a couple of times closely here in this facility, but again, it's always going to be difficult to beat this team.
Oh, every time. I mean, we talked about it last night while we were up in Lewis County. That was one of the best games that I've seen Roane County play this entire year. They were very, they played within themselves. Nicholson didn't try to do too much. She pitched really well. It didn't show up in the strikes, but it gave her fielders a chance. No errors in that ball game. So if you can get that kind of production and you keep the ball down in the zone. If you're going to lose one, you definitely don't want to leave it out over the plate. This is a very good hitting team, a very good defensive team, a very good pitching team, mistakes, you have to keep them to a nothing.
Yes.
Not just to a minimum. You need to keep them to a nothing. And that's what we did last night against Lewis County. Other than a couple of hit batters, it was a very, very clean, very efficient game for Roane County. We're going to need that kind of effort, and you're going to need the bats to come out because not a lot of hits given up, not a lot of runs given up by the senior pitcher Buckner. 7-1 on the year, 0.9 ERA in 13 appearances, 75 strikeouts and 10 walks, 9 earned runs on 13 runs given up, only 9 of them earned by Buckner. So going to be tough.
Speaking of nothing, she gives up next to nothing.
She gives up next to nothing, so you've got to be very you've got to be opportunistic. You've got to be able to capitalize on times like when we have like bases loaded and no outs. You're going to need to get more than just one. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, obviously this is a very potent offense for Roane County, but again, they're going to see one of the best pitchers in the state of West Virginia. Roane County's got a lot of batters up near the 500 area. You look just at the lineup for Roane County. Harlan hitting 487, Greathouse at 420, Steele at 438, Lacey Mitchell just continuing to mash, 552 on the season. Of course, Katie Young, 523. She's back up above 500. She's still not happy with that, but
I don't think she's going to be happy unless she's batting 998.
Yeah, I think so. Mahaley Nicholson, she's dipped a bit here in the last couple of weeks. She's down to 522, which means she's still hitting very, very well, but she was up near 700 the majority of the first half of the season. Michaela Boatwright near 400, Burdette 333, Smelko 407 on the season. So obviously they do have the ability to hit the softball, but again, they're going to see one of the best, so it's going to be few and far between. We hope that Roane County can get the bats going, and hopefully defensively they can play like they did last night. And if they do, there's always a chance, as they say. We're ready to go here in the top of the first inning as Grayson Buckner, the senior, will take the rubber. Her battery mate behind the plate, Sydney Bright. And at first, Josie Fix, Emma Veltri at second, Brooklyn Huffman at short, Caroline Woody at third. Out in left is Abby Hansen. Center fielder Sydney Shamblin, and the right fielder Kirsten Worley. And you mentioned, Matt, these are all juniors except for Woody and Buckner.
Yeah, a lot of talent on this team that we'll have to deal with next year. And it seems like every year we say that. Oh, okay, we got to deal with Hoover again next year. Always a perennial powerhouse in the ranks of AA softball. And I would venture they could go up and play majority of AAA teams and be just fine.
It's never rebuild, it's reload for the Huskies. For Roane County, they're wearing the gray jersey tops with the maroon shoulders, Roane across the front in capital letters in maroon, trimmed out in white. The black pants for the Huskies, white jerseys. They've got the red, white, and blue. Huskies in script across the front in blue, trimmed out in red with the red pants. Buckner ready to go to work here in the top of the first. Piper Harlan digs in first, and the first pitch of this sectional tournament game is underway. 1-0 as Buckner misses low on the first offering.
Yeah, we said you want to get some bats going early. Buckner only giving up 196 batting average to opponents.
Harlan swings at the next offering a bit behind it, fouls it into the first base cage. Count 1-1. Overcast skies here. There is some rain in the forecast around, about 68 degrees. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss on the high heat. 1-2 now to Harlan. Piper leads the team in triples with 10. He's got an in-the-park home run as well. A 487 hitter as a sophomore. 1-2 pitch down the middle, and Harlan behind that one. I think she may have been expecting off speed. Buckner rips one right down the pipe. One out, top of the first. Carly Greathouse to the plate. Greathouse, a 420 hitter. 26 runs scored, a pair of in-the-park home runs, and 11 stolen bases. Second on the team to Fair Smelko. First pitch, fastball at the knees, called strike one. We are high above the first base dugout side. In fact, we're right above the Hoover dugout. 0-1 pitch, Greathouse swings. Strike two, Buckner working quickly. We always like that. Pitchers working quickly.
Oh, I mean, you get yourself in one of those grooves where you just, you just want to deliver.
And a called strike 3 at the knees. That was a good frame job by Bright behind the plate, Matt. That one looked a little low. Of course, we are high above the facility.
Yeah, tough angle here to, get a real great view, especially at the up there at the batter's box.
2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first. Caden Steele to the plate, the shortstop hitting .438 on the year. Pair of home runs, 15 RBIs. First pitch, swing and a miss. Buckner rocking and rolling here. 2 up, 2 down, both by strikeout. It's not just the strikeouts, Matt, for Buckner. It's the limit of walks.
Yeah, really excellent ratio for her this season.
7.5 to 1. That is the ratio. 7.5 strikeouts to every 1 walk. Missing on the second pitch. 1-1 the count to Steele. Buckner rocks and fires. This one rides high and tight. 2-1 to the shortstop, Caden Steele. Had a big night last night defensively, as did the rest of Roane County's team.
Yeah, that was as good of a defensive effort as we've seen.
This next pitch, a late swing, fouled down the first base side again. Roane County in that victory last night, 0 errors, and Nicholson just 2 strikeouts. So all of the outs made by the defense for Roane County. And again, that was a very potent offense in Lewis County. 2-2 pitch. This one's ripped towards the shortstop, gobbled up by Huffman, and across the diamond. A 3 up, 3 down top of the first for Roane County as we move to the bottom half. Hoover to the plate for the first time. We welcome you back to Michael D. Chandler Field. Bottom of the first, no score. Roane County went quietly in the top here in sectional tournament play. A pair of strikeouts by the senior left-hander Grayson Buckner, followed by a ground out to short from Caden Steele. 3 up, 3 down. We move to the bottom end of the inning, and we'll see the Hoover lineup for the first time. It'll be 1-2-3. Center fielder Sydney Shamblin, third baseman Caroline Woody, and the catcher Sydney Bright. And let's see if Roane County can continue that great defensive play. Mahaley Nicholson scattering 6 hits last night on that Lewis County potent offense.
Shamblin, the leadoff hitter, 500 on the year in 59 plate appearances. 27 hits, 21 RBIs, 4 doubles, a triple, and a home run.
Nicholson ready to go to work in the bottom of the first. Shamblin digs in from the right side of the batter's box. First pitch from Nicholson popped up right over our heads here, high above first base. 0-1 the count to Shamblin. Again, Nicholson doesn't have to be overpowering here, has to keep it low in the zone and try to rely on her defense. The 0-1 offering. This one ripped over the head of Steele. Good effort by the shortstop. That one just sailed enough as the leadoff batter is aboard.
That was just taking the pitch. Got a good swing on it. That's what you want out of your leadoff hitter. You got a 500 hitter at batting leadoff. It's exactly what you need, and that's why they're 4-time state champs.
Hoover has only not topped 10-plus runs 6 times this year. They can score. Caroline Woody, the third baseman, squares the bunt, backs off. First pitch from Nicholson slides outside, 1-0 the count. And Coach Missy Smith over in that third base box, she will employ small ball immediately. try to advance runners. 1-0 pitch. There's the bunt attempt. That one fouled off.
I think that's pretty evident by averages here. Shamblin, a 500 hitter, following up with Woody, a 280 hitter in 63 plate appearances. So you can tell that's sacrifice, do your job, and get some base runners.
Runner aboard first here in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Sectional tournament play. Next pitch, high and outside, 2-1. No matter what happens here tonight, Lady Raiders will still be in it. They won last night, their first contest. Not sure if Lewis County finished off Clay County last night or if that one got canceled.
I'm pretty sure that one got flooded.
Yeah. Tornadoed. Here's the 2-1 pitch, laid down nicely. Nicholson will fire to first. They'll take the out. And Woody does her job with the sacrifice bunt, advancing Shamblin into scoring position. Sydney Bright, the catcher, coming to the plate.
Bright's a 509 hitter on the year. She's got a couple of home runs, 9 doubles, 21 RBIs, and has scored 19.
First pitch coming from Nicholson. Fastball missing outside. Well, it looks like Nicholson's got a live arm again here today. She has thrown all the innings this year.
Yeah, every single pitch. Eventually that's going to wear on you.
Looked so strong yesterday. I think the good thing about yesterday was she didn't throw a whole lot of pitches. Didn't go deep into a lot of counts.
Yeah, Lewis County were planning on going down swinging last night, and that really allowed for a more efficient defensive game that Roane County really stepped up.
2-0 to Bright. The windup, the delivery. This one ripped towards third. That one just gets through, and that's going to send the runner shambling around from second to score. And the small ball works as the single from Bright scores the first run of the game. Bottom of the first, 1-0. Huskies on top. The pitcher, Grayson Buckner, coming to the plate.
Yeah, that was just a nicely placed ball in between. You have your corners playing in along the closer to the foul line. Left a little bit of a gap there between third and short.
Sometimes it's where you place the ball. If that goes towards Boatwright, we saw last night, Matt, just how efficient she is defensively over at the hot corner. But she did not have a play on that one.
Buckner coming up to the plate, a 420 hitter. She's got 4 home runs and 5 triples and has driven in 24 RBIs.
One out, runner on first. Buckner checks the swing on the first offering from Nicholson upstairs. 1-0 the count. (1-0). Huskies leading here early in sectional tournament play. 1-0 pitch. Buckner rips this one opposite field. Moving over is Harlan. I can't see. Did she make the catch?
It landed in that far corner. Harlan with a diving attempt.
Harlan will get it in quickly, and the good thing was you had to hold Bright close to first due to the fact that might have been caught. So no score there.
Harlan, laid out for that one in that far corner. Really made a awesome attempt to try to get to that one, but just a well-hit ball down in that deep right field corner.
Buckner aboard with the double. Runners at second, third. 1 out, and Abby Hansen coming to the plate, the left fielder for the Huskies. Quickly, Mahaley Nicholson, Katie Young doing some strategery out there, making sure they've got the outfielders where they want them.
A little strategizing. Early on in this ball game, Huskies 1-0 lead. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Runners in scoring position. See if Roane County can bear down here, limit the damage. Huskies have hit it where the Lady Raiders aren't at the moment. First pitch to Hansen, rides high. You think about it. Last night, Lewis County hit it at the defenders. We've seen a couple of gap shot line drives, one over the head of the shortstop, one in between short and third. Next pitch, low in the zone. 2-0 to Hansen.
Hansen's a 442 hitter on the year. 19 RBIs, a couple of home runs, and 5 triples.
Nicholson toes the rubber. Winds and delivers down the middle. Called strike. 2-1 the count. Nicholson on the season. 194 strikeouts coming in. One of the best in the Mid-Ohio Valley. 2-1 pitch. That one missing high and away. Now Nicholson behind in the count.
Yeah, it's good to say that about a pitcher that's only a sophomore. Bodes very well for the future of Roane County sports.
Now, lest we forget, she's a sophomore. She's thrown so many innings, and she'll throw a nice one on the outside corner to fight back and move the count full. 3-2. One out, runners on second and third. 1-0 Huskies. We're in the bottom of the first. The payoff pitch, and that one sails away. That will load the bases full of Husky runners. Bring up Brooklyn Huffman, the shortstop, left-handed hitter.
She's got 4 home runs on the year, 14 RBIs, but only a .269 hitter, so seems like a
all or nothing.
All or nothing going to.
First pitch, and Nicholson, you can see, Matt, trying to stay low in the zone.
Yeah, did such a great job of that last night at Lewis County. Like we said earlier, you don't want to, if you're going to miss, you want to miss low. You definitely don't want to leave anything hanging over the plate.
And those belt-high fastballs can sail out. Here's one popped high into the sky. Greathouse. Straightaway center field. Camps underneath it. She'll throw to home. It's cut off, and the run will score. And a good decision there by Nicholson. You'll give up the run, but you don't get any more damage other than that.
Yeah, there really wasn't a play to be made. That ball was hit too deep. Greathouse got a good arm, but too much speed on the base pass for Hoover. That was an easy run scored.
So Bright will come home to score the second run of the inning. Buckner to third. Hanson moves to second. Kirsten Worley, the right fielder, to the plate. First pitch missing outside, 1-0 the count.
Worley's a .326 hitter on the year. She's got 13 RBIs and 5 doubles.
1-0 pitch. Just a flinch there, but on a swing. And 2-0 the count to Worley. Bottom first, 2-0 now. Huskies leading Roane County. Both these teams advancing no matter what after this game. Next pitch, one hops Young, 3-0. And again, we looked at the score. Lewis County, it says that they did not finish the game versus Clay. That means, I would assume, maybe a doubleheader today at Lewis. Next pitch, called strike, 3-1. So it might be Lewis versus Clay. The winner of that one faces off against Braxton County in a doubleheader tonight, hopefully.
That seems like that would make the most sense to get everybody back on schedule. So both of those games would have been played at Lewis County anyway.
3-1 pitch, just missing inside. And the second walk of the inning issued by Nicholson. The bases once again loaded, but 2 outs on the board, bringing up the designated player, Hannah Shamblin. She's batting in the order for the second baseman, Veltri.
And Shamblin, a .240 hitter on the year. She does have 11 RBIs and a couple of doubles to her credit.
Roane County again just trying to limit the damage to 2 here. First pitch, high and away.
Yeah, you'd definitely love to get out of this one. Another jam with bases loaded. If you can get the out here, you got to force out at any base. So that's the good of the having bases loaded. But if you give up a shot into the outfield, it could score 2.
1-0 pitch, one hops Young, again equal to the task behind home plate. 2-0 the count. If they do play 2, there'll be a couple of elimination games up there in Lewis County tonight. The winner of all of that will head here tomorrow if they play 2, and the 3 teams left will be battling it out for the championship. 3-0 the count to Shamblin. Nowhere to put her bases loaded. So Nicholson in a bit of a jam with the 2-out situation in the bottom of the first. 3-0 pitch, right down Main Street. Take sign by the Huskies coaches. 3-1. Number 9 hitter in the order on deck, Josie Fix. 3-1 pitch. This one chopped towards third. That one trickles foul. And it's full. 3-2. Nicholson lost Hanson on a 3-2 count just a couple of batters ago. See if she can get one back here and end this threat. The windup, the payoff pitch, swung on, ripped over to the gap in deep left center field. Moving over and making the grab is Fair Smelko, the freshman, diving at the last possible second, and she pulled the yellow off of the green. Roane County will limit it to 2 in the bottom of the first. 2-0 after 1. The Huskies leading Roane County to the plate after this. We welcome you back to Michael D. Chandler Field after 2-0 Huskies, but the damage absolutely limited. Bases loaded. A rip shot into deep left center field by Hannah Shamblin, and a tremendous play by the freshman Fair Smelko. Diving catch to end the threat. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left aboard. We go to the top of the second, and 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. Lacey Mitchell steps in first, swings and misses at Buckner's offering over the middle. Mitchell has been a great hitter since mid-last season. Just a junior, and she's going to go after the high heat. That was over her head. And that is a rarity that Mitchell swings at bad pitches. She did there, though. .552 hitter, 33 RBIs, 5 home runs. 0-2 pitch. Mitchell stays alive with the foul ball. Mitchell on the season, the leading RBI producer, leading home run hitter. She also has 8 doubles and has scored 22 runs this year. Buckner rocks, fires, and swing and a miss on the rise ball. And Buckner is working as we thought she might, Matt. 3 of the 4 outs so far, all by strikeout.
Yeah, Buckner's is really in a groove. Roane County hitters are just going to have to, try to adjust. I mean, it's probably, as I would say, the best pitcher that we've seen all year.
Undoubtedly. Katie Young, the catcher. First pitch at the knees, called strike. Young shakes her head, agreeing with that. Katie on the season, a .523 hitter, 23 RBIs, 10 doubles, and outside the park dinger, and 24 runs scored. Here comes the 0-1. That one hops the catcher. 1-1 the count.
Young's had a lot of really close ones that have bounced off of the outfield fence. She could have 4 or 5 home runs herself.
Ripped a single in that last game last night that, if it had any height to it, was going to head out of the park up at Lewis County. 2-1 the count as Buckner misses low. Mahaley Nicholson on deck. Lights starting to shine down here. Swing and a miss as Young misses just a little bit on that one. 2-2 the count. We knew it would be tough as Buckner doesn't give up much. You just got to try to find and pick your options here. The 2-2 pitch. Young, little late swing, but still catches a piece. Good piece of hitting to stay alive.
Yeah, just trying to protect the plate on that one. Able to get just enough contact.
Buckner, again, we mentioned a 0.90 ERA. Less than 1 run per outing. High on the next one as Young lays off. It's a full count. 3-2. Top of the second inning, 2-0. Herbert Hoover leading Roane County. And the payoff pitch coming. That one hits the dirt, and Young awards herself first base. First base runner of the game for Roane County. Have a pinch runner coming, and it's going to be Elizabeth Greathouse due to the fact that Lexi Burdett is in the lineup here pinch hitting.
Yeah, we've seen Greathouse a lot this year, coming in, running for Nicholson quite a bit. This time coming in for Young.
Haley Nicholson, the pitcher, 522 on the year, 18 RBIs, 2 home runs, and 19 runs scored. Runner on first here in the top of the second, 1 out. Roane County trailing 2-0. First pitch, good frame attempt by Bright. That one low, though. 1-0 the count. Again, you saw Young walk. That's a rarity. Just 11 walks on the year now for Grayson Buckner. Next pitch down there middle for strike 1.
No, that was just a nice, patient at-bat for Katie Young to draw that walk. Like you said, Buckner, that's a rarity.
The 1-1 pitch called strike 2. 1-2 count now to Nicholson. On deck is Boatwright. 1-2 pitch, soft speed, and Nicholson goes chasing that one in the dirt, and Buckner's got the Lady Raiders fooled early. That is strikeout number 4 of the game.
Yeah, that's just a case of you moving the location of the pitches, working inside out, and a great job of disguising those off-speed.
So Michaela Boatwright digs in, check swing, and that one missed. 0-1 the count. Boatwright, 393 hitter on the year. She has 3 doubles, 14 runs scored, had an RBI on a sacrifice last night. She looks on at the heater.
And had one of the best defensive performances last night that we've seen. And we've seen a lot of really good plays out of Boatwright, but last night she was absolutely just perfect.
0-2 the count. This one missing upstairs. 1-2. Strikeout by Mitchell. Then Young on a full count walked. Greathouse, her pinch runner, is at first. Nicholson went down by a strikeout as well. 2 outs. The pitch called strike 3, and 5 of the 6 outs recorded by Kay for Grayson Buckner. 2-0 Huskies. We move to the bottom of the second after this. Moving into the bottom of inning number 2, 2-0. The defending state champion Huskies on top of Roane County. Lady Raiders limited the damage in the bottom of the first. Roane County got nothing in the top of the second, just a base runner on a walk, but 3 strikeouts by the senior Buckner. Has Roane County guessing. Number 9 hitter Josie Fix up first, the left-handed hitter. And the first baseman looks on as Nicholson rifles one low.
Fix is a 370 hitter on the year.
1-0 pitch called strike at the knees. 1-1.
She's got a home run to her credit, 4 doubles, 11 RBIs, and scored 19 runs.
1-1 count to Fix. The pitch high and tight, 2-1.
Lefty batter, you better watch out.
Yeah. Last night she domed 2 left-handed batters. against Lewis County, did Nicholson. The 2-1 pitch swung on, an opposite field rip shot. That will drop in for the leadoff single. And as we mentioned, Matt, when Roane County had an opportunity in the first inning, they made a big play. The problem is the Huskies just finding the holes in the defense.
Yeah, it's not bad pitches. It's not the case of like Nicholson is making some nice pitches. They're just Hoover's adjusting to what they see, and they're just going with whatever they've got.
Back to the top of the order. Sydney Shamlin singled, scored a run in inning number 1. Squares the bunt, backs off, and looks at strike 1. Shamlin scoring on the RBI single by Sydney Bright after being sacrificed to second by Woody. Nicholson rocks and fires, and did that clip her? It did. That ball goes inside, and I couldn't tell if it hit her or the bat. It hit her legs, and Shamlin earns the hit by pitch. Runners at first and second now with no one out. And Caroline Woody had the sac bunt in the first inning, advancing Shamlin. We're in the bottom of the second here, sectional tournament play. This is not elimination time. This is the first game between these two this year. First pitch, they'll send the runner down. The throw is in time. As Michaela Boatwright was playing in for the bunt, it was a great coverage by Steele, the shortstop, but she was awkward getting to the bag there. So runners will advance.
The throw was a little bit high. It would have been tough to have gotten that one down. And just kind of got feet taken out from underneath her right at the bag.
1-0 count to Woody. Called strike on the outside corner. Perfect location on that fastball. So no matter what happens here, these two teams advancing in sectional tournament play. The loser will face elimination, we assume, tomorrow. The 1-1 pitch rides high. That depends on if there's doubleheader action up at Lewis County with Clay and Braxton, because the Clay-Lewis game last night got washed out due to thunderstorms and almost a tornado as we were leaving last night. Next pitch popped up into deep left field. Moving back is Smelko. Is that going to be enough? Wow. At first, I didn't think it was enough. I thought it might have been a pop fly out. Smelko was playing deep. She had a shot at it, and it sails all the way into the truck bed. And that will be a 3-run jack shot by Caroline Woody. Whoever that fan is, great play out in left field in the back of the truck. Well, that shot will give the Huskies a 5-0 lead.
Got to be careful in them truck beds. One of them will make you take a tumble. Pull a Kevin Hoff.
So with one swing of the bat, Caroline Woody puts just enough on it. And again, it doesn't have to be a lot, Matt. When it's coming in so fast, you get enough contact, that thing will sail. The lead now 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. Sydney Bright had the RBI single in the first and scored a run. First pitch from Nicholson misses low, 1-0 the count. So we got some interesting side news here. That home run by Woody, just her second. Here's a shot right at Smelko, and she will come in and make a nice play on the line drive shot by Bright. That's what you would consider a routine play, Matt, but that thing goes down quickly, so Smelko got to it nicely. And now that's not near as good as the last play. Woody, by the way, her second home run was just there. Her first one, yesterday.
That's a good way to finish out the year.
Going to bring up Buckner, cleanup hitter. Buckner had the double opposite field right into the corner on Piper Harlan's near impressive play.
I know you couldn't see that one because of the angle, but it was a absolute. Harlan went full Superman mode trying to get to that one.
First pitch called strike. The second one, Buckner rips it foul back against the cage. 0-2 the counts. So after the 3-run shot, Nicholson able to get the line drive out to Smelko. Base is empty with one out now in the bottom of the second. 0-2 pitch. One hops the catcher, Young, trying to get Buckner to chase something out of the zone. I'd like to wish the Raider boys, the best of luck as they enter LKC placement play tomorrow at Wahama. Off speed, that one drops into the zone. A beautiful pitch, freezing Buckner for the first strikeout of the day for Mahaley Nicholson. That's another way to come back after the home run. Get a pair of outs. Strikeout number 195 on the year as Mahaley Nicholson is inching closer and closer to 200 strikeouts on the year. What is she, a sophomore? Abby Hansen digs in. She walked on a full count in inning number 1. Nicholson missing on the first opportunity. Bottom second, 5-0. Huskies leading Roane County here in sectional tournament play. Next pitch away as well, 2-0 quickly.
Katie Nutter's got a good question for you. What's the record? Strikeouts in a season?
Oh, I got no idea.
No idea?
No idea. There's been so many good pitchers in Roane County's history. Next pitch missing inside, 3-0. Think back to the days of Kerry Hodge was a great pitcher, went to Alderson Broadus. Of course, Mace, she was not bad, Olivia Mace, for 4 years. 3-0 count, the pitch missing away, and that's just 2 of many. My brain is focused on this game, so I can't go back very far.
Well, if anybody listening out there has an idea,
yeah, put it up
tune
there.
It in on the Facebook page. And
yeah, that would be great. If people out there remember some of the best pitchers in Roane County history, do us a favor and comment on Facebook so we can remember them. A 2-out runner aboard first. Brooklyn Huffman digs in left side, had the sacrifice RBI in inning number 1 on the pop fly out to center field. First pitch finds the mark for strike 1. Next one sails upstairs. 1-1 the count even. Roane County down 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. A 3-run shot by Caroline Woody, her second of the year in this inning.
Yeah, it was a good couple of comeback at-bats for Nicholson after giving up that home run.
Looking off speed, that one misses way upstairs, 2-1.
And you certainly would like to, get out of this one quickly now if you can with that 5-0 lead for the Huskies.
2-1 pitch ripped over at second base. That one slides through, and once again, Matt, it's just impossible to get them out when they're not hitting them at you.
Yeah, there's no way to get to that one. A hard hit shot between first and second. No play for either Mitchell or Williams.
So the inning will continue with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Kirsten Worley once again walked on a 5-pitch at-bat in the first, was stranded at first on that big play by Fair Smelko. Nicholson wasting no time. This one popped up over at the left side of the infield, moving into the outfield, and making the grab is Cadence Steele. 5-0, though, after the 3-run shot by Caroline Woody. After 2, Huskies lead Roane County to the plate after this in the top of the third. We're in the top of the third here after 2 complete innings in sectional tournament play from Michael D. Chandler Field in Falling Rock, West Virginia. 5-0 Huskies, a 3-run home run by Caroline Woody. Part of that 3-run inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, 0 errors, and 2 left on. 8-9-1 due up. Lexi Burdett, designated player, batting in the order for Williams, looks at strike 1 from Buckner. Next one slides inside, 1-1. Burdett came in late in the ball game to get an at-bat last night against Lewis County as Roane County was looking for extra support offensively. She repped a single opposite field in her one plate appearance. Swing and a miss on the next offering. Just a freshman getting worked into the lineup a bit here, and she's played a couple of positions. She's got maybe catcher on the mind in the next couple of years because Katie Young is done after this one. Be a nice protege year for the youngster Burdett. Next pitch missing low. 2-2 Lexi on the season. .333 hitter, 5 for 15. Buckner, the wind-up, the pitch at the knees, called strike 3. And Buckner just mowing him down. I love having friends, Matt White. Our buddy Coach Peary reminding me last night that Buckner was 1 walk away from a perfect game. Otherwise, she threw a no-hitter last night. She was 1 walk away from complete perfection. Appreciate Coach Peary reminding me of that. Here's Fair Smelko for the first time. Feigned a bunt, backs off and looks at ball 1. She's already made a couple plays in the outfield. One was spectacular. If I were Spanish, I'd say muy espectacular, I think.
Sounds good to me.
Called strike on the next offering. Smelko backs off the bunt. Moving the corners in. Our buddy Jonathan Perkins says Jody Nicholson maybe with the record. She was a very good pitcher. Next pitch, missing low, 2-1 the count. If you missed it, we were wondering some of the best pitchers in Roane County history. I mentioned a couple, Olivia Mace, Carrie Hodge. Jody Nicholson comes to mind with him. Next pitch, called strike on the outside corner, the far outside corner. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 offering, and that time Smelko went around a bunt and missed it. And it's all strikeouts here at the moment for Grayson Buckner. 2 up, 2 down to the top of the order we go. Piper Harlan, one of those strikeout victims back in the top of the first to lead it off. Appreciate our buddy Jeff Mace, father of the 2 Mace girls, Olivia and Allie. Says a single season strikeout record was 179. By his daughter Olivia in 2018 in 109 innings of work. So congratulations, Mahaley Nicholson is the all-time single-season strikeout leader.
Well, there you go. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Again, it's good to have friends. First pitch. The second pitch missing. 1-1 quickly to Harlan. I'm too busy reading comments on Facebook. Buckner works quickly. 1-1 offering, fouled off.
Now, the one thing you hope is, this is as good of a pitcher as we've seen all year, hands down. So you get that first go-around through the rotation, and hopefully you're starting to get the timing down a little bit better. Let's see if this next batting through can be a little more productive.
All right, pulls the string, does Buckner, and she will strike out the side. Just dominant in the first 3 innings is Grayson Buckner, the senior. We move to the bottom of the third, 5-0 Huskies. Moving into the bottom of inning number 3, Huskies leading Roane County 5-0 Roane County limited the damage to 2 with the bases loaded in the first inning, but one swing of the bat in the bottom of the second inning by Caroline Woody with a pair on the base paths. The difference right now, Roane County, they're not solving Buckner yet. She's got 8 of the 9 outs by way of strikeouts so far. In this one, she struck out the side, 1, 2, 3 in the top of this third inning. So we move to the bottom of the third, and it'll be 8-9-1 coming to the plate to begin for the Huskies. Hannah Shamblin leading off first. She's the one that ripped that shot over to left field that Smelko made the tremendous diving play on in the first. She looks on at strike one to begin the at-bat here in the bottom of the third. Both teams will advance no matter what happens here tonight. The loser will face off against whoever comes out of the whole deal from Braxton, Clay, and Lewis County. The next pitch missing, 1-1 now to Shamblin. And it was supposed to be Lewis and Clay last night after Roane County defeated the Minute Maids, but it got rained out. 1-1 pitch. Nicholson rocks the off-speed action. Shamblin out in front. We would assume that Lewis County would have advanced. Clay County winless this year. They may be playing a double here tonight at Lewis County with Braxton. 1-2 pitch, off-speed, missing upstairs, 2-2. So we might see Lewis County again very quickly. And the Huskies will, if they defeat Roane County, await the winner of that. If Roane County comes back here, they'll await the winner of the Huskies and possibly the Minute Maids, possibly Braxton County, just depends. Check swing, that one touched the bat of Shamblin.
Yeah, there's always a lot of what-ifs whenever you're talking about sectional play with only 5 teams in a double elimination tournament style.
2-2 offering, called strike 3 at the knees. Nicholson, her second strikeout, and she is inching ever so close to 200. She's got 196 on the year. She will retire the leadoff batter in the bottom of the third. That will bring up Josie Fix. Ripped a single, stole a base, and scored in the second inning on that 3-run jack shot from Woody. First offering of the second at-bat is missing. Again, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, feed us some of the best pitchers of all time in Roane County history. We've talked about a few of them. I'd like to get some more names in the memory bank. Here comes the 1-0. That one sails way upstairs. 2-0 the count. We've mentioned Jody Nicholson. We've mentioned Carrie Hodge. We've mentioned Olivia Mace, Sally Mace. Next pitch, this one chopped right back to the pitcher, Nicholson. Rocks it over to Mitchell for out number 2.
It's a good start to this, the bottom of the third inning. Roane County gave up 3 in that second, gave up 2 in the first. So if you can get a 0 across the board here in this inning, give yourself another chance.
2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the third. Shamblin back to the top of the order, 1 for 1. First pitch popped foul right above our head. Singled and scored in the first inning, hit by a pitch and scored in the second. 0-1 the count. Our buddy Jonathan Perkins coming through again. Ashley Knotts, how could I forget? Ashley Knotts, one of the best athletes ever at Roane County High School. Next offering from Nicholson rides high. 1-1 the count. I think Jonathan Perkins is into the yearbooks now, looking through them.
He probably is.
Because I know that guy doesn't have a photographic memory.
Poor Pawnee.
Pause in the action while the home plate umpire gets some fresh softballs. 1-1 the count. 2 up, 2 down to begin. A strikeout and a ground out, both by way of Nicholson. Next pitch popped up, first base side. That will get out of play. And the count 1-2. We're in the bottom of the third sectional tournament play. Roane County down 5-0. They gave up 2 in the first. The big 3-run home run from Woody, who is on deck in the second. The 1-2 pitch off speed. That one poked into very shallow left field. It's going to drop in, right field. And again, Harlan frustrated because they're not hitting him close enough.
Yeah, Harlan's got wheels, but that one was just a little soft blooper over the first base head. No chance for Harlan to be able to get to that one.
2-out single allows the inning to continue, and Woody with the big bat. Her last plate appearance, the 3-run home run to straightaway left field. She's 1 for 2, had a sacrifice bunt, advancing a runner in the first. First pitch missing, snap throw down to first, and back quickly is Shamblin. 1-0 the count to Woody. Comes the 1-0 pitch. That one missing low. And again, another stop behind home plate by Katie Young. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, we're definitely going to miss Young. She's been solid. 4-year starter at catcher. It's one of the toughest positions.
2-0 pitch missing up and away. 3-0 now to Woody. Roane County got the first 2 batters. You'd hate to see this turn into an inning that plates some runs. The 3-0 offering called strike as Nicholson fights back. She went 3-0 once before and ended up getting the batter. Sydney Bright on deck. 3-1 offering, and that one will miss upstairs. After getting the first 2 batters, a single and a walk will put runners on first and second with 2 outs. Sydney Bright, RBI single and a run scored in the first. Popped out to center field in the second inning. (5-0) Hoover. We're in the bottom of the third inning, sectional tournament play. One hopping the catcher. That time it gets out of the glove of Young. That will advance runners both into scoring position. Appreciate everyone joining us on WVRC 104.7 FM. We're streaming audio on our website, WVRCFM.com. And, of course, everyone enjoying the live video audio on Facebook. 1-0 pitch, called strike, down the middle. 1-1 to Bright. Bruckner on deck. Roane County will have 2, 3, and 4 coming to the plate in the top of the fourth. Greathouse, Steele, and Mitchell will try to solve the riddle that is Grayson Buckner. 1-1 pitch, just missing outside. 2-1 to Bright.
You just got to keep battling here if you're Roane County. If you can get out of this one with no more damage done, get your hitters, meat of your order back up.
2-1 pitch. This one ripped. That's high, that's deep, and I think that one's gone. An opposite field gap shot. 3-run home run, the second in as many innings for the Husky offense. And again, Matt, the offense, the defense, they're all the real deal.
Yeah, that's I said earlier. That's why they're 5-time state champs. I said 4 earlier. 2014, 17, 18, 19, would have been in 20. And then in 21, 8-0, Huskies taking the lead. And like I said, it's not that these are bad pitches. It's not for, a lack of pitching or lack of effort. And, it's just that's why they've won 4 in a row.
And if you're Roane County, you got those first 2 outs in the inning. You were hoping to get out with no damage. Instead, 1 swing of the bat by Bright, and it's now 8-0. Grayson Buckner doubled on a bloop double over to right field in the first, struck out looking in the second. Swings at this one, jams or pops it up, foul territory. Mitchell gives chase, but that one will sail out of play. Count 1-1 to the cleanup hitter and the pitcher. One offering. Wow, that one just missed inside. That was a good-looking pitch. 2-1 the count.
It's tough to see from this angle. We're up high looking down. But, that looked like a pretty well-located ball.
The 2-1 offering. That one hits Buckner on the hop. It hit the dirt, then hit the Buckner leg. And the inning will continue. You got to think Roane County's defense, Matt, so incredibly frustrated because the shots are just not coming close enough to them to make plays.
There's just not plays to be made. I mean, we saw last night one of the best defensive efforts that we've seen from this team all season. And, the defensive effort is there. There's just not plays to be made.
First pitch to Abby Hansen down the middle. She has walked twice. Once on a full count in the first, and then 4 straight pitches in the second. Stranded at second, both at bats. Nicholson starts her off with a fastball down the middle, 0-1. The one pitch sails upstairs, 8-0, bottom of the third. Sectional tournament play, Roane County trailing. Lady Raiders got the big win, though, last night. It's always good to get up on the rest of the field. Next pitch missing outside. The reason is, even though you see the defending champs here today, everybody else has to fight it out. Lewis County, Braxton, and Clay. 2 of them are going to be eliminated before Roane County even has to see the next team. Next pitch popped up high into the sky, moving over from shortstop all the way to second base. Hey, the shortstop has the rights, and Steele will call Williams off for out number 3. Another 3-run shot, though, and it's up to 8-0. Hoover leading after 3. Roane County to the plate after this. We welcome you back to Falling Rock, West Virginia, Michael D. Chandler Field, the site of sectional tournament play here in Class AA. Roane County trailing the defending state champion Herbert Hoover Huskies 8-0. Roane County got the first 2 out in the bottom of the third, but then lost a couple of batters, and then the big 3-run home run and consecutive innings. This time it was off the bat of Sydney Bright, makes it 8-0.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because you got those first 2 outs, and you're thinking you can get out with no damage.
Here's Carly Greathouse ripping it, but guess what? Right at a defender. I mean, she turned on that pitch and just tattooed it right at the junior shortstop, Brooklyn Huffman. It's a big difference between when you hit them where they aren't and where they are.
Yeah, but just making contact and getting one into the field of play has been tough for Roane County against Buckner so far in this ball game. So
Lady Raiders yet to get a base hit here tonight. In fact, they've only had 1 runner on. That was a walk to Katie Young in the second inning by Buckner, just her 11th of the season. Cadence Steele made the final out in the bottom of the third. Coming to the plate. First pitch missing outside. 1-0 the count. Steele grounded out to the shortstop. In the first inning, this one blooped towards the line in right field. That one just missing foul. 1-1 the count to Steele.
That was a pretty good swing of the bat, just tailed away a little bit out in right field.
Cadence had one heck of a senior campaign this year. Defensively, she's been masterful. Offensively, .438 hitter, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. Next pitch, high heat, and that one for the second time gets a Lady Raider chasing. Steele behind in the count, 1-2. Mitchell on deck. Top of the fourth inning, 8-0 Huskies. Next pitch, chopped towards first. Fielded cleanly by Fix, and she'll beat Steele to the bag for out number 2.
Fix just got a good jump on that one. Good hustle down the line. Made that one a pretty close play, but that ball was hit too hard. for Steele to be able to get to first.
2 up, 2 down here in the inning. Lacey Mitchell to the plate. First pitch, this one ripped, guess what? Right at a Husky defender again. Fixed for the second time in a row. And it's another 3 up, 3 down inning. That time, though, not by strikeout. We move quickly to the bottom of the fourth. Huskies lead 8-0. We move into the bottom of inning number 4. Roane County unable to crack the code. At least they did not strike out against Buckner. They hit the ball 3 times. Greathouse ripped one right at the shortstop, and then back-to-back shots right at the first baseman, Josie Fix, by Steele and Mitchell back-to-back. 3 up, 3 down inning yet again. Lady Raiders still hitless. Into the bottom of the fourth, they trail 8-0. Brooklyn Huffman to the plate first. A sac RBI in the first, followed by a single in the second. She'll turn on this pitch and rip it down the first base line, foul territory. 1-1 the count to Huffman. 6, 7, 8 due up here in this bottom of the fourth for the Huskies. And Roane County, just 2 pitches well hit is the difference in this one. A 3-run shot by Woody in the second, a 3-run shot by Bright in the last inning after Roane County retired the first 2 batters. Down the middle for Nicholson, 1 and 2.
Good thing is, like you said, that last round you're at least making contact now, so you're seeing the ball better.
1-2 pitch misses upstairs. The problem, Matt, is you are going to go into the fifth at least down 8-0, so you're going to have to get – now that you've seen it, you're going to have to start making something happen with it, or else this thing may end early. 2-2 pitch, soft speed. Wow. Could you turn on it anymore? I think that Huffman swung so early that she fouled it backwards.
Yeah, absolutely ripped it off the cage directly behind her.
2-2 count holds. Nicholson rocks and fires upstairs, and that one popped out of play over the third base dugout. And the count remains 2-2. Nicholson has pitched fine here today. She's tried to keep it low in the zone, but a couple of hitters just got it out of there.
Yeah, like I said, it's not like she was really throwing bad pitches or anything. They're just a really well-oiled machine here for Hoover.
And called strike 3 as down goes Huffman. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Mahaley Nicholson, and we're watching the slow creep to 200 now. 197 for Nicholson on the year. She'll have at least one more game in the postseason here, so one would imagine she'd have a chance to make that mark. First pitch to Worley. Called strike 1. Of course, she only struck out 2 yesterday against Lewis County, so who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Here comes the 0-1. That one missing high, just a flinch by Worley. Worley 0 for 1, walked in the first inning and popped out to end the second inning to the shortstop, Caden Steele. 1-1 pitch popped up over near Smelko. She'll come in, and she'll stop, and she'll put the brakes on with the glove. And that's the 3rd putout, by the way, Matt, in left field for Smelko, including that diving stab. Can you say
She's making a case.
Maybe a first time ever for the freshman.
She's making a case for herself, made some nice plays, and even that one that was hit over her head, she had a good beat on it.
2 up, 2 down for the second straight inning. Let's hope Roane County can close the door here before any damage. Shamblin, she was the one that hit the ball that Smelko dove after in the first inning. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout as well. First pitch from Nicholson, missing low, 1-0 the count. We're in the bottom of the fourth here, sectional tournament play. We're in the championship brackets, so neither team will be eliminated here tonight. Second offering, missing away, 2-0 to Shamblin. 2 people will be eliminated at Lewis County if they're playing doubles tonight. Lewis, Braxton, and Clay all trying to figure out who will be the third to advance. Nicholson rifles right back with a strike over the middle, 2-1.
A nice little fight back pitch on that one. Like I said, if you can get out of this inning, you got to give yourself a chance. Starting to see the ball a little better on offense.
Down the middle, ripped foul, 2-2. Again, Roane County down by 8. That's the rule in the 5th inning. So if you can hold this to nothing, you have a chance. At least you need 1. And that's the minimum you would need.
Yeah, just to keep this ball game going. If not, if Roane County can't find the offense, it'll be an early home.
2-2 pitch. Oh, great location on that one. Just a little bit low.
It looked good from here, but, like we said, tough angle. But
Young tried to frame that one up. Full count now to Shamblin. 2 outs, no one on. Bottom 4, 8-0. Herbert Hoover leading Roane County. The payoff pitch popped up in the infield. Nicholson rips the mask off, and she'll make the grab for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning defensively for the first time for the Lady Raiders. After 4 full, it's 8-0 Huskies. Roane County needs 1 in the top of the 5th. We welcome you back inside Michael D. Chandler Field, top of the 5th. Roane County trailing 8-0 to the defending state champion Huskies from Herbert Hoover. We're in the 5th. You need 1. Game will be over in the 5th if Roane County cannot plate 1. And it's good to have Katie Young at the plate. She's the only base runner here tonight. She walked back in inning number 2. Buckner has been perfect otherwise. Again, she was a walk away last night from a perfect game through a no-hitter. Pitch, this one ripped into shallow right field, but doggone it, that's exactly where Kirsten Worley, the junior right fielder, was playing. Roane County just has no way to find a hole in this defense.
Yeah, I think they're kind of banking on, not being able to catch up to the pitches and poking them into right field. Worley playing very far over toward that right field foul line. Easy catch.
Roane County finally got a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 4th. In steps Mahaley Nicholson, the pitcher. Struck out her only other plate appearance. She'll look at one down the middle here for strike 2. Roane County needs 1 run, or this one will be over in the top of the 5th. Another called strike at the knees, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. This one rides upstairs. And Nicholson makes it a 1-2 count. Once again, no matter what, both these teams advance. It'll be Hoover, Roane County, and one of Lewis, Braxton, and Clay. That one a called strike at the knees. And down goes Nicholson once again. That's the first strikeout since back in the third inning when Buckner struck out the side, 1-2-3. She had 8 strikeouts at that point, and she had struck out 8 of the 9 outs. Now she has 9 strikeouts. 2 outs, Roane County down to their final out. Michaela Boatwright steps in. Healthy cut at the first offering and misses. 0-1. Boatwright struck out back in inning number 2. 0-1 pitch. Missing low. 1-1.
Several of these strikeouts have been with the Roane County hitters looking, which tells me that Buckner has great movement on her pitches and is just painting corners.
This one hits the dirt right in front of the catcher. 2-1 to Boatwright. Roane County, 2 outs down to their final out here in the top of the 5th. They trail by the 8 runs in the 5th inning, which is the rule. Roane County yet to get a base hit against Buckner. She's allowed just 1 walk. The 2-1 offering, swing and a miss, and Roane County now in peril. Down to their final strike. Lexi Burdett on deck, hoping to get an opportunity to extend the ball game. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Buckner, just as she did last night, 1 walk away from a perfect game, throws a back-to-back no-hitter, and Roane County is done in the 5th. Your final score here from Falling Rock, West Virginia, defending state champions in Class AA, Herbert Hoover 8, Roane County 0. We'll take a break for our sponsors. Come back. We'll recap the ball game, give you some statistics, and your Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts players of the game after these messages. We welcome you back to Falling Rock, West Virginia, here in sectional tournament action. The defending state champions out of Class AA, the 1 seed in our section, Herbert Hoover, doing what they do, and that is just dominate. Roane County losing this one in the 5th, 8-0, and Grayson Buckner, the senior right-hander who threw a no-hitter last night and was 1 walk away from a perfect game, does exactly that here tonight. The 1 walk was to Katie Young. Other than that, Buckner was perfect, a no-hitter in the shutouts, and of course, Roane County just unable to find anything here tonight offensively. They finally started to swing the bats and hit the ball in the last couple of innings, but they hit it right at defenders. Buckner finishes with 10 strikeouts and just the one blemish on the walk. And Roane County, they'll continue, though, here in postseason play. I thought that Roane County, Matt, they made the plays that were able to be made, and they made a couple of good ones, including, obviously, Smelko's diving catch over in left field. I didn't think Mahaley Nicholson pitched bad. She did walk 3 and hit a couple. And in a game against the Huskies, that will destroy you. Other than that, she kept it low in the zone. She battled hard. They just hit the ball well, and they hit it where Roane County wasn't. Nothing really you can do about that.
Yeah. We said before the game that, mistakes were going to have to be, not just at a minimum. They had to be a 0 in order to compete in this game. Buckner was perfect. Nothing Roane County could do. Started to, the second round through, started to make some contact and started to kind of see the ball a little bit better. So, that gives you hope that if you have to face Buckner again, you've seen it, you know what to expect, and you can come out and maybe get out early. Like you said, defense, the effort was there. The plays just weren't there to be made.
Yeah.
They're hitting it, line drives in the gap, nobody's going to get to it. And it wasn't because Nicholson really threw terrible pitches or anything. They just hit the ball well. Yep. And that's what they do. And that's why they're
as good as they are.
That's why they've won 4 in a row and should have won 5 in a row if they hadn't got the season canceled in 2020. So, yeah, don't hang your head. There's still more games to be played. You're not out of this thing yet. Probably going to have to go back and play, more than likely, I would say, Lewis County. We're not sure when or where that's going to be. That could be one of those things where we have to come back and play a game here with Hoover or at Hoover against somebody else, and then the winner of that one has to take on Hoover again. Not sure. We'll leave that up to the nearly departed AD, Toby Ford, who's here in attendance. Maybe we can get him up here and he can give us an idea of what's going on.
As in years past, what has happened is once you're down to 3, they play at the best seeds facility as we did last year. So it's possibly going to be the same scenario, whereas if the games are doubled up tonight up at Lewis County, whoever comes out of that, there's going to be 2 elimination games. Whoever comes out of that will probably be here tomorrow to face off against Roane County, because Hoover, with this win, they'll advance to wait to see who is the last one standing. And if it is a game tomorrow, Roane County, and whoever comes out from Lewis, Braxton, Clay, they'll play tomorrow. Likely will play Hoover following that game that night. If that team somehow beats the Huskies, they'll come back on Friday to do it again. So that's what we assume the scenario will be. That's what it has been in the past. But it is the Huskies here tonight with the 8-0 win over Roane County. Not a lot of offense for Roane County, obviously. They were no hit here today, and they just got the 1 base runner aboard, as it was a splendid performance by Buckner. 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, a no-hitter in the victory for Roane County. Mahaley Nicholson did not pitch poorly. She went 4 innings of work, struck out 3. She did walk 4 and hit a couple. She gave up the 8 runs, and all 8 were earned. And again, most of those, 6 of those, in fact, were off of 2 swings, 2 3-run home runs consecutively in the second by Woody and in the third by Bright. Those were the big hits and the difference in this one. Roane County, obviously nothing on the board offensively themselves. Harlan, Greathouse, Steele, Mitchell, Nicholson, and Boatwright all 0 for 2. Young was 0 for 1 with the 1 walk. And Smelko and Burdette only got the 1 at bat. They both were 0 for 1. And that is how it breaks down. We'll take one final break for Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts. When we come back, Matt White will dish out our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts players of the game, and we'll wrap things up here from Falling Rock, West Virginia after this. We welcome you back to Michael D. Chandler Field here in Fall Lake Rock, West Virginia. Final score after 5 innings, Roane County falling to the defending Class AA champion, Herbert Hoover Huskies, the 1 seed this year in the section as well, 8-0. And the Lady Raiders will continue in postseason play. We assume tomorrow. We'll double-check that and make sure. We'll make sure to be there for wherever the game is and whenever it is against whoever it is. But first, before we shut her down here tonight, Matt White, time for you to dish out our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Player of the Game Award.
Yeah, tough go of it offensively for Roane County, but when your only base runner on board, it's got to be Katie Young, Offensive Player of the Game, and Fair Smelko, the freshman, getting her first Willard C. Couple of great plays out there in left field, 3 putouts, and the 1 diving catch that was very much highlight worthy. So congratulations to those 2 young ladies, Katie Young and Fair Smelko, our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Players of the Game.
Stay tuned to WVRC 104.7 to find out when our next sports broadcast will be, where, and who we will be playing. That'll do it for us here tonight. We appreciate you joining us on WVRC 104.7 FM, WVRCFM.com, streaming audio, and, of course, all of you joining us on Facebook Live. For our entire broadcast crew, George Allen, our studio technician, back at WVRC Control, Katie Nutter, our camera person, Matt White, my color commentator. I'm Andrew Miller. Have a wonderful night, everyone.